By the time the wheels touched down ahead of his weekend in Mar-a-Lago, President Trump's self-imposed BBC deadline had already passed. But his threatened legal action against the broadcaster hasn't gone away. President Trump has his apology, but that's not enough.
We'll sue them for anywhere between $1 billion and $5 billion, probably sometime next week.
So you're ready to take...
Well, I think I have to do it. I mean, they've even admitted that they cheated.
The BBC says it did not mean to misrepresent President Trump in an edit of the speech he made in January 2021. It was, they say, unintentional. And it said it's sorry and insists there was no defamation. And some observers think the media giant's lawyers might be right. The programme was not broadcast in the US, and they could argue that any damage to the president's reputation was caused by earlier legal action taken against him in the country.
Did they think that the president's reputation was really damaged by that program? Or was it actually the judicial findings in America, the 9 federal judges who said he's responsible for incitement, the Washington, D.C. court, and all the associated publications in America where it was seen, as opposed to a program that wasn't seen?
The BBC will be urgently considering all of its options, including the damage to its credibility and reputation. Its very public battle with the world's most powerful man could cost more than money.
And I would be very surprised if there weren't some settlement talks to get this thing off the BBC's desk, because it's going to hang over them otherwise. Litigation is always a commercial decision and it's a reputational decision. So the BBC will have to look at the cost involved in doing that, and it would be a very long and very costly exercise.
President Trump has taken on the media before, winning tens of millions of dollars against some of the biggest names in the business in at least 3 separate cases. In July, Paramount agreed to pay President Trump $16 million to settle a lawsuit over a 2024 CBS interview with Kamala Harris, the 2024 Democratic presidential nominee. Meta, the parent company of Facebook and Instagram, also settled with the president to the tune of $25 million after he sued over the suspension of his accounts in the wake of the 6th January riots. And in 2024, President Trump sued American broadcaster ABC and its news host, George Stephanopoulos, after the anchor falsely referred to the president being found liable for rape in an interview.
The BBC made a mistake. Whether or not it was a deliberate mistake is the key issue. I think I'm very much like, I simply don't believe that it was a deliberate mistake. And under US libel law, if you're writing about public figures or broadcasting about public figures, you are protected. So Trump has to prove that this was actual malice.
The row is threatening to spill beyond the borders of New Broadcasting House. The Culture Secretary Lisa Nandy has supported the BBC, but now the public broadcaster might be forced to seek the support of the Prime Minister. But there's no guarantee Keir Starmer will want to get involved, or indeed that President Trump can be persuaded to step back. The BBC accepts it made a mistake. It will need to think very carefully about its next step, because it can't afford another one. Ashish Joshi, Sky News.